¿Qué pasa, artistas? ¿Qué marcha me lleváis, gambiteros? Hostia, desde aquí no veo cuánta gente hay conectada y todas esas cosas. A ver. ¡Ay! Madre mía, qué dolor de vida. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Me duele la vida. En serio, bueno, me duele más en otras cosas. Ahí va, claro, sí, es que, ¿qué estoy haciendo? Bueno, hola, Capitán Matu, ¿qué tal? Pero qué grande que es el Capitán Matu. ¿Ya han venido de sacar a la perreta y todo o qué? ¿Has visto qué juegazo estoy trayendo? Hacía tiempo que yo no sé si he llegado a traer alguna vez una aventura gráfica de este calibre. Pero creo que es... creo que, vamos, yo soy fan de la saga Broken Sword. Sobre todo del 1 y del 2 y del Sleeping Dragon. Son los que más me molaron. ¿Sleeping Dragon se llamaba? No me acuerdo cómo se llamaba el... Había uno... O sea, el primero es el de los templarios, que es el que más me gustó. Luego estaba el 2, que era ahí con los incas y demás, y los mayas y eso. Y luego estaba... creo que el 3 fue ese, el del Sleeping Dragon, que ibas a Irlanda y tal, con lo de las líneas de energía. Luego el Ángel de la Muerte, no sé si llegué a pasármelo, pero no me gustó, no me gustó. Era 3D, había perdido el espíritu de lo que era el juego y no me gustó. Y este juego es el 5. Vale, sí, vamos a empezar el tutorial. El tutorial, que es el título del tutorial. Lo pillé en primer lugar para móvil, porque salieron 2 episodios para móvil o algo así. Y tenía crédito en Google Play que me iba a caducar y dije, ¿qué cojones? Me voy a comprar el Broken Sword. Pero no llegué a jugarlo nunca. Hombre, hijo de Frute, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal? Bienvenido, Frute. ¡Ay, qué Frute! A ver, ¿estáis listos? Porque voy a necesitar ayuda con esto, ¿eh? ¿Ya has cenado o qué? Que eres un hijo mío. Te iba a salir el hijo tonto, ¿sabes? Si es un hijo mío, te va a salir el hijo tonto, seguro. Bueno, a ver. Lo que iba a decir. Vale. Ay, perdona. Yo es que sí que acabo de cenar. Matu también ha cenado. ¿Qué has cenado, Matu? Cuéntanos qué has cenado. Antes de liarme aquí. Es más, cuando hago esto, antes de empezar a jugar, igual lo que debería hacer es algo así, ¿no? Ponerme así, ¿verdad? Que me estáis viendo directamente porque estamos... No, vamos a ponernos ya aquí con el este. Sencillo, pan del bocadillo de lomo. Ahí está. Vale, vamos a ver. Hola, bienvenido. Primero nos gustaría enseñarte cómo puedes descubrir e interactuar con cosas interesantes del entorno. En este caso, una sencilla flecha roja. Mueve el puntero del ratón hasta la punta de la flecha roja y aparecerá una lupa animada. Haz clic con el botón izquierdo del ratón para interactuar con ella. Bien hecho. Así es como se descubren y se utilizan los puntos de interacción que marcan elementos interesantes del entorno con los que puedes interactuar. Vamos, voy a hacer el tutorial, realmente no me hace falta. Yo creo, pero vamos, ya he jugado. Para que George, vaya a la flecha, haz clic con el botón izquierdo del ratón en el suelo en ese punto. Photoclogger. Para que George vaya y eso ya lo hemos hecho. Estupendo, así es como se consigue que un personaje vaya a donde tú quieras. Continuar. ¿Ves la linterna que había aparecido por arte de magia? Mueve el puntero del ratón sobre su punto de interacción y haz clic con el botón izquierdo cuando el puntero se transforma en un icono animado de recoger para hacer que George la coja. ¿Vamos? ¿Cómo molan las animaciones, no? ¿Ves que la linterna... no, bien hecho, has conseguido la linterna. Las cosas que coges se guardan, joder, cómo estoy yo para leer hoy. Se guardan en tu inventario. Continuar. Haz clic en el icono de la mochila, joder, de la parte inferior izquierda de la pantalla para ver todos los objetos del inventario. Inventario. Joder, macho. Ya duró un suspiro. Ahí está. ¿Qué tengo? Ahora mueve el puntero sobre la linterna y haz clic con el botón derecho del ratón para examinarla. Puedes examinar cualquier punto de interacción haciendo clic derecho encima. Recogido una linterna y algunas pilas. Para ponerle las pilas a la linterna, abre otra vez el inventario. Si quieres ponerle las pilas a la linterna, le dices: oye, te voy a poner las pilas, que eres un inútil, que no te levantas nada más que a la hora 1000, que no haces nada. Ya estamos, sí, Bosler. ¿Qué tal, Bosler? Bóslico, bienvenido. Ahora combina la linterna y las pilas. Haz clic con el botón izquierdo en un objeto para seleccionar y luego muévelo sobre el otro. Muy bien. Abre el inventario otra vez, haz clic con el botón izquierdo en la linterna encendida. Esperamos que disfrutes del juego. Logro desbloqueado, tutorial completado. Perfecto. Vale, pues esto era nada más. Pero la serpiente era más astuta que todos los animales del paraíso. Y Dios maldijo a la serpiente y la llamó Diablo. Y dijo: Adán ha llegado a ser como uno de nosotros, pues tiene conocimiento del bien y del mal. No luches con monstruos para así no convertirte en uno de ellos. Si contemplas el abismo te devuelve la mirada. Friedrich Nietzsche. Mola mucho Nietzsche. Revolution Studios. Aquí estáis siempre los de mismo. Me mola muchísimo, de verdad, que me estéis acompañando ya desde el principio del directo. Sois una caña. Y os lo agradezco mil, que se os quiere muchísimo, de verdad. Vamos a hacer una aventura de estas de tranquis, precisamente, como dice Frute. Que creo que está bien también, ¿no? De vez en cuando desconectar de la agresividad y hacer este tipo de aventuras que te hacen pensar un poquillo, ¿verdad? Cataluña, España, 1937. En plena guerra civil, tócate los huevos. Por cierto, no sé de qué año es el Broken Sword este. La Legión. ¡Hala, guacho! ¡Coge! ¡Coge todo!
Debemos irnos ya.
Papá. Tiago, sube con tu madre al camión. Toma esto. Siempre será tu guía.
Sí, papá.
¿Pero si había puesto las voces en inglés?
Xavier, el cuadro.
La maldición.
De multi. Ahí está. 4 de diciembre del 2013. Mira, en mi cumpleaños salió. Pues ya tiene su tiempo, ¿eh?
Es demasiado tarde. ¡Vamos! ¡No, papá!
Señor, aquí dentro. Búsquenlos.
Mira, ese está oliendo a pedo, ese es malo.
Por supuesto.
Qué malo es el doblaje, tío. París en la actualidad.
París en primavera. Pasión. Romance. L'amour. Yo trabajaba en una aseguradora de arte. Pagaba el alquiler, más o menos. Y entonces,
Mira, Nico.
por casualidad, me encontré a Nico en una vista privada.
¿No me dijiste que habías vuelto a París, George?
Tenemos que ponernos al día. ¿Vamos a comer?
Que nadie se mueva.
Tócate los huevos.
No, monsieur. La maldición, no.
A tomar por culo.
Atrás.
Una vez más, París me enseñaba su lado oscuro. Un atraco brutal. Un asesinato absurdo. Nico y yo estábamos a punto de sumergirnos en una nueva y aterradora aventura.
Cómo mola. ¿Qué nombre más monicos
The
tiene?
gallery owner was dead. I guess sometimes playing the hero doesn't pay.
Ah, mira, ahora sí que está en inglés.
The exhibition, so I had a crime to solve. The cops would be here soon. I didn't have much time.
Vale, a ver.
The door was locked with a keypad. The wires from the camera ran into the room behind. It must have captured the whole robbery. If I could get the code to the keypad, I might be able to shed some light on the crime. The door was marked private. That bust was pretty impressive. I wondered who'd been the model. This was where the stolen painting had hung.
Te voy a subirle un poco el volumen.
Painting. And why kill for it? The stolen painting had an alarm, which should have sounded when the painting was removed. I needed to find out why it hadn't. It was a vibration detector pad. I pressed the vibration detector pad. Nothing happened.
Mira, está cortado.
So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job.
Mira qué caña. Logro desbloqueado. No es lo que parece. Espérate que suba un poquillo el volumen. Porque creo que está demasiado bajo, ¿verdad? Ahora me lo diréis.
The button bypassed the pressure pad system. Cutting the wire had disabled the pads. It was the speaker cone for the alarm. It hadn't sounded when the painting was stolen.
Para volver. Aquí. Hola, Cube, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo va tu marcheta?
The alarm on that painting hadn't been sabotaged. So, what made the stolen one so special? The priest was giving last rites to the gallery owner. I didn't want to interfere. Excuse me, Father.
A ver, ¿qué quieres, cansino?
Yes, my son.
Ah, vale, vale.
I'm George
Guay.
Stobbart.
Pues me alegro, tío.
My company insured the exhibition.
My name is Simeon.
Is there anything I can do?
You can pray for his soul.
A senseless murder.
On the contrary, this killing makes plenty of sense.
Tócate los huevos.
What
¿Qué?
do you mean?
A great evil has taken place. This is the work of the devil.
Como siempre, es el este del diablo.
I am a Dominican priest. I know these things. And now, excuse me, I must pray.
1 minute.
Sí, que te cuente, Bosler, madre mía.
Next, I was talking art theft, murder, and the devil with a priest.
A ver qué llevaba la caja.
The thief left the pizza box behind. I wondered what was in it.
Pizza?
No surprise there. Pizza. The guy must have been hungry. There was only one slice left.
Hemos pillado un
No
trozo.
one had noticed the pizza box fall onto the floor. I decided to leave it alone.
Vale. A ver el cadáver de Henry.
In Henri's pocket was a tiny bottle. It was a bottle of Brett. The label claimed it would wake the beast within. I didn't want Henri's blood on my hands.
¿Qué
There
lleva
was
ahí?
a small piece of paper in the dead man's hand. It was too intriguing not to take a look. It read, 2:30 p.m., be ready. Innocent enough, until I realized that the robbery took place at 2:30 p.m. There was something fishy going on around here, and it wasn't just the canapes. I quickly replaced the note. Poor guy. He definitely looked better. I put the glasses back where they were. Best to leave the evidence the way I found it.
Vale, no hay nada más.
A cryptic note in a bottle of overpowering cologne. No personal effects or anything else of substance. I definitely needed to check out that office. It was Hector Lane, France's greatest art critic. We'd met before. It hadn't ended well. For a moment, I thought he was dead, but from the snoring, I guessed he'd only fainted.
Vale, vamos a hacer una cosa. Voy a ponerle la colonia esta que pone que se supone que despierta la bestia que hay en su... ¿Ves? Mira, lo hemos conseguido. A ver qué va a ir diciendo por ahí. Le tengo el catalán putísimo madre. El de...
What was that? It smells like the 70s. Where am I?
You fainted. Welcome back to the land of the living.
I wouldn't exactly call this living. Don't just stand there. Get me something to eat. I've had a terrible shock, you know.
Vamos a darle un trozo de pizza, ¿va?
I found a slice of pizza.
I asked for food, boy, not a cardboard simulacrum.
Tócate los huevos.
Oh, okay, if you don't want it. I didn't say that. Now give it here.
Hostia, qué bueno.
Given the circumstances, that was surprisingly acceptable. Now, what's been going on? Oh, Henri, is he
dead? Afraid so.
Poor chap. Just like him to steal the limelight, though.
Spanish modernists certainly didn't come cheap. I could have bought a nice car for the price of that. The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it. The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it.
A ver si... Vamos. Ah, no.
That was almost a great idea. Almost. The nail clippers were monogrammed with the letters HL.
Ha sido él el que ha roto el cable.
They must have fallen out of his pocket. Excuse me.
Do I know you?
Yes, our paths have crossed in the Glees Gallery.
Of course. The man with the absinthe. I don't suppose you...
Afraid not.
Pity. I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble remembering your name.
I'm George Stobbart. I insured the exhibition.
I hope you have deep pockets then, my boy.
Could I ask you a few
Que si está mal follado yo me la puedo zapatear, que yo estoy muy necesitado también.
I don't suppose you know the code to that door, do you?
Of course. I am, after all, the curator of this exhibition. But I couldn't possibly give you access to the office before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up. Mr. Lane, you're really going to have to give me the code to that door.
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but the cops, well, they may not see things so simply. I might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
But that's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that. Are these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Yes, they have my initials monogrammed on them.
Huh. The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on the stone painting.
What are you saying?
Well, the alarm was sabotage, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? How dare you? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code. Well, you got to admit, the cut wire doesn't look good for you.
As I said, this is a preposterous allegation.
An unusual painting turns up at your exhibition and gets stolen. Doesn't look good, does it?
And your point is?
The cops are going to ask some awkward questions. But you give me the code to the CCTV room, and I'll do my best to point them elsewhere.
I cannot let you into that room, Mr. Stobbart. Besides, Henri found La Malédiction, not me. I had nothing to do with it.
So, you and Henri, not the best of pals, huh?
He and I had a convivial, professional relationship.
Trouble is, I'm not seeing many tears, Mr. Lane.
Are you trying to accuse me?
The cops will be looking for a motive. Just
Ok, Matu, que disfrutes del Kingdom Hearts. Luego nos vemos, tío.
You're going to have to try harder than that.
Una pizza te vas a comer, pero Bosler, por favor, que eso no es, eso no es fit. Que eso no es fit, por Dios. Que tienes que cuidar la línea.
This is an inside job for sure, Mr. Lane. The police are going to be very interested in your recent movements.
I've been out of town for several days, and last night I retired early.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare me into giving you that door code, you know.
I was onto something here, and I knew it. Lane was sweating. It wasn't pretty. How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
How about some more of this?
I don't think so. As a sel volatile, it was acceptable. As a cologne, it would be barbaric.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
Sheer fantasy. What possible motive?
Mr. Lane, this...
As I said...
So...
That's...
I hate
Vale,
to
esto
say
es lo
this,
mismo que hemos hecho.
So...
Vamos a ver si descubrimos algo más aquí.
The label said it was painted in 1932. The gallery wanted 80 grand for it. The clippers were the perfect size to cut the wire. Could Lane be the saboteur? I had to find out.
Vale, y si esa... A ver.
Another painting with a working alarm.
Vale,
The cable for the camera ran into the...
Vale, vamos a ver si usamos la colonia...
I had to get closer before trying that. Nope, I needed to try something else. That wouldn't work. Poor Henri already stank. I didn't need to look at the note.
Vale, y si le decimos... No, es que no. Espérate, voy a ver fuera.
The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief. The room looked like some sort of office for the gallery. I could just see the glow of the CCTV monitor in the corner.
Ah, esto es un urinario. Tócate los huevos.
It looked like the office for...
Vale, espérate. Vamos a llamar a Nico. Sí. La línea de tetas caídas. Nada.
Nico wasn't answering her phone. No surprise.
Voy a poner, te vas a poner eso. A ver.
Hello, Mr. Rickenbacker?
Stobbart, what do you want?
Mr. Rickenbacker, there's been a problem.
Why does that surprise me? This better not involve the Blue Lizard.
Afraid it does, sir. There's been a robbery.
Oh, terrific.
Only one painting was stolen, though.
Well, what are you wasting time
Ay, ¿qué
talking
tal?
to me for? Find that
Hostia, pues
painting.
genial. Al 1, al Uncharted 1.
Avoid paying out. Two ways to keep your job, Stobbart.
I see. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Anything else you gotta tell me?
The thief had a gun. He shot the gallery owner dead.
We insured him too?
No, sir.
Well, that's one piece of good news. At least
Hijo de
tell me you
puta.
got some leads.
The thief only took one painting.
One painting or a dozen. Doesn't make any difference. We'll still have to pay out.
But he specifically targeted that painting. The alarm wire to that one was cut.
So, it was an inside job. Who else is at the gallery?
There's a guy called Hector Lane.
Lane. Why does that name sound familiar?
He's an art critic. I think he's connected to the exhibition.
Now, could it be him?
Well, he's rude and ugly. It's certainly possible.
So squeeze him, Stobbart. Squeeze him till he squeals.
If I was going to squeeze Lane, I needed longer arms than these.
Find out who disabled the security system, then find that painting. And don't call back until you have.
Vale.
For a moment, I contemplated. I've always been a sucker for Paris.
No sé qué más hacer. En el GTA querías comprar... El Stromberg me mola mucho, tío. Y el APC a mí me dijo Frute que era una mierda y le he hecho caso y no lo he pillado.
Another working alarm. So the thief took the only painting whose alarm had been sabotaged. But why that painting? Why that particular one? Father?
Vale, hay algo que no... Se me escapa.
Yes, my son.
A wire in the painting's alarm was deliberately cut.
Cut by the devil himself, perhaps.
Hostia, con el diablo.
As far as I know, sightings of guys with horns and tails have been a little down recently.
You mock me, Mr. Stobbart. But as you...
I think there's something strange.
Yes, Mr. Stobbart.
No, Father, I mean that the robbery...
The devil's work is...
What did you mean when you...
Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion. What? Peter 5:8. The devil...
Did Henri say anything?
He said, stop the car, I want to get in.
What does that mean?
We may never know.
What brought you to the exhibition, Father?
The painting.
Which one?
La Maledictio, of course.
Hostia.
The painting that was stolen.
I had to confront the...
What do you know about the man who painted La Maledictio?
El Serp. He was a man playing with fire. The fire.
Tell me about the stolen painting.
Esto mola.
Whoever gets close to it will burn.
Oh, muchas gracias por el host. No sé por qué no ha saltado, Capi. No sé por qué no me ha saltado el host. Lo acabo de ver en el chat. Muchas gracias, Capi, por ese host. Como Cassandra, pero sin tirarse a todo lo que pilla. Pero ¿qué Uncharted es? ¡Pica! Igual un DLC nuevo, ¿o qué?
The code to get into the office?
No, but you could always...
With respect, Father, I'm looking for a... Do you recognize...
Nail clippers?
Hey, Father.
Vale.
How about it?
Certainly not.
Guilty by way of...
I've been away from Paris for several...
Mr. Lane, this rock...
No tenemos algo suficientemente bueno para darnos...
Poor guy. Here today, gone tomorrow. I decided to let Henri's toupee rest in peace.
Tiene que haber alguna pista más que nos haga...
That bust was pretty impressive. I wondered who'd been the model.
Tiene que haber alguna pista más.
Nope. I needed to try... I still needed to figure out the code to that keypad.
Creo que me estoy escapando.
I'd better not tamper with evidence. That was never gonna happen.
Es que no tiene sentido, no sé. Tiene que haber algo más. Tiene que haber algo más que se me está escapando.
The cable for the camera ran into the room marked private.
Ah, mira, si podemos hacer... Ah, mira, si tenemos aquí pistas. Necesitas pruebas del móvil para acusarle. Ah, vale, joder. Pues mira, si es que no es aquí. Vale, vale, vale. Leches. Vale, vale, vale. Ah, no. Pero lo del legado perdido es una expansión del 4. Es una expansión del 4, eso, Cube. El taller de la arena. No me entra bien ahora que te que quedar sin pasta. Pero no me mires pistas, si no... Ya, no, pero estaba... Míralo. Joder, es que... ¿Y qué pasa, artista?
Excuse me. Monsieur. There's just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, really?
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art is theft. Do you not agree?
Well, when you put it like that, it's hard not to. Did you see anybody run out of the gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was...
Mira, se ha fijado en Nico.
Oh, that must have been Nico.
You know her? You surprise me.
Can you tell me anything about the man she was...
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty. The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Right.
Can we ever truly know another human being?
Madre mía, qué pata en la boca tiene este hombre.
At the cafe, unlike his friend, Monsieur Lane.
Ah, conoce a Lane.
What do you know about Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight for sure. If you see him, give him this bill. And tell him to pay up next time.
Mira, pues ya tenemos lo que necesitábamos, ahora sí. Joder, pero es que no sabía que tenía que salir, que había aquí una... esta.
But Lane told me he was nowhere near the gallery. This could be the leverage I needed. What do you know about Le...
He's bourgeois, vacuous, and overpriced. Just like its curator Lane. He's always in here, you know, talking art to his latest flusier.
So you and Lane aren't...
The man is a second-rate critic, peddling meaningless aphorisms.
Do you recognize...
We are nailed.
Would you like a...
Are you suggesting I smell, monsieur?
No, sorry.
Qué bueno.
Thank you for your
Perhaps next time you come, I will give you a...
Qué bueno, tío. Ay, qué bueno. Estás sugiriendo que huelo mal. Sí, es un DLC del... Es un DLC del 4, del último. Que es una chica... ¿Árabe puede ser? Sí, me suena.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not.
Guilty by...
I've been away from Paris for several days.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
It's dated yesterday. Last night, in fact. 12:30 to be exact. You said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door and the police need never know. A motive and proof of involvement. Not looking good, Mr. Lane.
Qué bueno.
You are a blackmailer, Stobbart.
Por el amor de la maldición. Lo intentaré, lo intentaré. Por cierto, ¿quién eres? West. 1008? 1856, 78.
Furious accusations.
I had the code. The police would be here any moment, so I had to work fast.
Intentaré no pillar pistas. Ni sabía que había pistas en el juego.
What was that number again? 642. No.
Everyone, hold it right there.
Joder.
Damn it.
Vaya.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris Serious Crime Squad, and I
Ah, es el
hereby
Capi.
declare this crime scene open. I mean, closed. Now, nobody move, especially you on the floor. Move.
Pero si está muerto, ¿cómo se va a morir?
Nobody in or out, apart from me, of course.
Qué bueno.
I needed to get back into the gallery, but a familiar figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Mu. Our paths had crossed before.
Sí, en el primer Broken Sword, ¿no? Hostia, ahora llevamos a Nico.
Sergeant Mu, we meet again.
Ah, Madame Collard, an unexpected pleasure.
I was in the gallery at the time of the theft. Can I get back in?
I am sorry, but I am under strict orders from Inspector Navet. Nobody in, nobody out. And I must correct you, madame. It is no longer just a theft. It is a murder.
Mon Dieu, that poor man. Who is Inspector Navet?
The most promising
entiendo, ¿sabes?
investigator on the force. A genius. A man blessed with almost superhuman insight.
He sounds highly perspicacious.
Sí, y es más tonto que un cubo.
It is not for us to talk about the inspector's sweaty proclivities. He is about to solve his third case in as many days.
So, what's he got that the other investigators don't have?
Blood spatter. He is the world expert. He reads the entrails of the crime scene like a book.
Como Dexter.
I witnessed the crime. I've got...
I'm sure you can make an official statement in good time.
I saw the thief. I think I can help the investigation.
Sí.
I am implacable, Madame Collard.
Here's my press card. Do you have a statement for the paper?
Yes, madame. Stay away from the crime scene and let the police do their job. And always leave a light on when you go out at night.
Qué bueno. Los diálogos molan un huevo. Hostia, tendría que jugar al del engaño de Barbapoca.
He is applying his... Any moment now. The case with... I certainly hope so. I am dog-tired and want to go home.
I chased after the shooter and got a photo of him.
Inspector Navet will be delighted.
You've got to let me into the gap.
Absolutely not.
So, I cannot go in without Inspector Navet's permission?
No.
And to get Inspector Navet's permission, I need to go in.
Exactement.
Have you ever heard of Kafka, Sergeant Mu?
Madame Collard, I do not see what soccer players have to do with it.
¡Qué bueno! Hostia, qué bueno, tío.
Madness. Sergeant Mu wasn't going to let me in.
Hostia, qué
Why are
bueno.
you so tired, Sergeant Mu?
Qué bueno.
I have been working for 3 days with no.
Ok, Cube, hasta ahora.
Navet is a genius in his field.
Y ok, Bosler.
Assumes that we all
Ahora
have
nos vemos
his
también.
energy and vigor.
Oh, you poor man.
Hostia,
If
qué
you'd
bueno.
like to go and get some sleep, I will watch the door for you.
That's very thoughtful of you. Ha! A cunning attempt to make me a deserter, madame. A gendarme never leaves his post.
Well, how about a hot drink?
Ah, that would do the trick for sure. Unfortunately, I mustn't drink on duty. My doctor
Vale, voy a ir con
specifically
Nico
warned me
al bar.
after the last incident.
Además, como el camarero está enamorado de Nico, va a hacer que
What
hagamos lo que
incident
queramos
you
con él.
mentioned? What happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it.
Pero yo sí que soy
All I
periodista.
can say is it was very unfortunate.
I am on duty, and I need to focus.
Voy a por un café.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Moo. You've been so helpful. It was an office. The room was full of
Vale, vamos a... Vale, perfecto. Pues voy al bar de nuevo. El tricolore.
Madame,
Bonjour, monsieur.
whatever it is you want, we are closed.
Then why are you standing here?
You would not understand, madame.
Try me.
Because I look at you and I know you are like all the others.
The others?
The pretty women who shop, who gossip, who have their spa days, their almond croissant,
That bad, huh?
and the men with their grooming products and their shiny shoes and their skinny suits who come to my cafe and ask me for
Café?
lattes, macchiatos, frappe.
I see your point.
Is this what we fought on the barricades for, madame? Ripped up the paving slabs, bled on the streets.
Qué bueno.
Isn't it?
No, madame, it is not. We fought for ideas, for philosophy, for freedom, equality, fraternity.
Liberté,
Vive la
égalité.
révolution.
And do you know what drove us on as we fought? What fueled the streets of Paris in that glorious spring? What made our hearts soar?
Cheap wine and free sex?
No, madame, no! It was French café noir that inspired us. The simple demi-tasse, the black, sweet taste of freedom.
¿Puede que sea el camarero el que tenga algo que ver con el robo? Que le robase la noche de antes el corta uñas y tal, y pasase.
Philosophers, revolutionaries. And you, madame, with your polite top and your pointy ears, are none of those things.
This is a cafe.
Yes, to the right people.
On any
A la gente
other
adecuada.
day, I would have given this guy a straight one to the chin. But there was a chance he could help me get into the gallery. Monsieur,
Life is fleeting, madame. The sands are...
well, that...
We know not what we want, and yet we are responsible for what we are.
There's been a crime.
That is terrible, madame.
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
Life begins on the other side of despair. C'est vrai, no?
Well, I guess so. He was pushing me to the point of despair.
During the riots, we battled the forces of oppression.
Oh, really? That must have been terrifying.
It was, except that they made me stay behind the barricades with the other baristas. We made coffee by the liter to fuel the resistance. I've never brewed so much coffee. Of course, our brave heroes spent half their time going for a pee.
Entonces sería mucho
But with
más
our
viejo, ¿no?
coffee
En
inside
teoría.
them, they fought the running dogs all night long.
Estoy pensando
None
yo.
of this was helping me get past Sergeant Moo.
Au revoir.
Here's my press card.
La liberté. Madame, you are not the person that I took you.
Ah, mira. Easy peasy.
You must accept my deepest, my most profound apologies.
Well, of course I accept. But why?
La Liberté, the great journal of freedom. At the height of the battle, as the tear gas blew and the blood flowed, it was La Liberté which carried the voice of our revolution to the world. I know now that you are not the kind of woman who would ask me for almond croissant. You are a true daughter of France, and I am your humble servant.
Vale, pues ya está. Ya lo hemos convencido. Y
Monsieur,
ahora nos va a dar el café.
The road to enlightenment is a long one, madame. But
could we have a little...
Anytime.
Did you see anything happen?
I saw you running after a pizza delivery guy. Somebody...
That's true. He stole a painting and shot the...
Vale.
How close we are to death. And yet,
Well, right now I need to...
I applaud you, madame, to see...
As a journalist, that is my duty. How about...
Vale, a ver qué dice aquí.
For you, madame, of course.
A ver si están rebajadas.
There's only one coffee that I can serve you. Black, strong, and in a tiny cup. One moment.
Ole. Mira, nuestro diseñador gráfico de la portada del disco está jugando al Borderlands 2.
The coffee was hot and... Could you make me a coffee to go?
For a fellow revolutionary.
Of course. One moment. Yo en Semana Santa no sé lo que haré, pero estoy pensando, ¿podría hacer un especial de directos ahí a saco o qué?
Thank you, monsieur.
¿A qué os molaría qué juego os molaría que me pasase? ¿Le doy al limbo o algo de eso o qué?
But I didn't need to see my press card again.
Perfecto, vamos a llevarle el café a este hombre. Lo mismo le dan ganas de mirar en el urinario y entonces podemos pasar. Pues jornada terminada. En 1.112.000 dólares. Eso es bien, QV. Te has quedado seco también de pasta, ¿eh?
Bonjour, madame.
No me jodas, no me hagas spoilers, de verdad. No me jodas, no me hagáis spoilers. En serio.
Sergeant Moo, I brought you a coffee.
Coffee? Fantastic. Just what I need. But wait. I must not. My little problem.
I'm sure one...
No. Es la primera vez que juego.
I'm tempted, madame, but I cannot risk it. I am sorry.
So, this incident, it involved you, some coffee, and your... little problem?
It is a tale of woe, madame.
Te lo wow.
Yes, Sergeant.
Well, since you seem quite understanding, I shall elaborate.
Please do.
Mola mucho más el doblaje en
I
inglés,
was in
¿verdad?
charge of canine security for the president himself. One day, en vacances, he went for a private discussion with
Con una conversación privada con una ministra.
But I had drunk a coffee to stay awake, and nature came to call. So I tied the dog to a tree and went for a secret pee-pee. When I came back, the dog was having a liaison dangereuse with the lady minister's dairy.
But how did they find out?
Well, 2 months later, the president's Labrador gave birth to 6 beautiful mongrels. And I was busted to sergeant just after the president's divorce came through.
You are a victim of a great injustice, Sergeant.
Qué bueno.
You think so?
But of course, you knew you must not fall asleep.
Pero es que es una aventura gráfica, es que esto lo tenemos que descubrir nosotros mismos.
Well, the president's dog.
Ah, it was the same thing.
Yes, I suppose.
And by drinking that coffee, you made the ultimate sacrifice for our glorious republic, your career.
Now you put it like that.
And now France
Sí.
is pulling you again.
He jugado
She is
a...
saying, drink, Sergeant Moo, drink.
She is?
He jugado al 1, que me encantó, pero muchísimo. O sea, cuando era adolescente lo jugué, cuando salió el juego. Y es que me encantó, me encantó. El segundo, que es el de los incas y demás, también me gustó mucho. El tercero, que es el de la sangre del dragón, creo que se llama, ¿no? Que es el de las líneas de energía y tal, me encantó también muchísimo. Y el 4, el ángel de la muerte, lo jugué y no me terminó de gustar. No me terminó de gustar. Y no lo terminé, el juego.
It has gone straight through me. Could you watch the gallery door for me?
Oh, you can count on me, Sergeant.
Hala, a mear, ya está, conseguido.
I distracted Moo. It was now or never.
How did you get past Sergeant Moo? Well, you won't fool me so easily, madame. I shall question you later.
Nico, am I glad to see you. I tried to phone
La banda sonora es buenísima. Pero la historia del Assassin's Creed, de Broken Sword 1,
Poor Henri is dead.
I know. Why kill him?
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered with. It looks to me like an inside job.
So, no ordinary robbery?
And no ordinary painting. The priest claims that La Maledizione is evil. I need to get into the office.
A mí el 1 es mi favorito, sin duda.
So, what's the problem?
Con el tema de los templarios y los assassins, es que fue... y lo de Baphomet y demás, me encantó. Es el... A ver... Es el típico juego que te anima a investigar a ver qué de real hay en el juego, ¿verdad? Y ya te digo, a mí personalmente el Broken Sword 1 me marcó muchísimo. Y he de confesar que la primera vez que me lo pasé leí una guía. Oh, muchas gracias por el follow. Muchísimas gracias por el follow. Pero también he de confesar que era jovencísimo en ese momento. Estaban en auge las aventuras gráficas en aquella época.
I'd never met the gallery owner before. Inspector Nave.
My time is of the essence. Be quick now.
Why don't you check out the security?
Madame, that is not my area of expertise. It is the body which concerns.
But the CCTV footage is evidence.
Correction, madame. It is but an indicator. The only true evidence is bodily fluid. Unless you know something I don't, then please leave me be.
The only evidence Inspector Nave seemed to appreciate involved gore. I suppose this is quite a complex...
It is a robbery gone bad.
Surely there's a bit more...
Please abstain. The victim's body paints a simple picture, more reliable. Consider the impact of the bullet, and note the concomitant lack of blood. A casual homicide, nothing more.
Don't you find it odd that the thief chose...
Life is full of odd things, madame. Fingerless gloves, white dog poo-poo, nasal hair.
Claro, es que eso pasaba
I
también.
prefer to concern myself with murder.
Yo creo recordar que miré 2 pistas o 3 en la guía. Una recuerdo exactamente que era algo relacionado... Es que hace muchísimos años que me lo pasé. De hecho, ¿os molaría que jugásemos en el canal al remake este que hicieron del Broken Sword? Si os molaría, si os mola, yo lo traigo, ¿sabes? En Semana Santa nos pasamos el Broken Sword 1 entero. Había algo de un muro y paja. Y miré algo de la guía en ese momento. En un castillo en Irlanda, creo recordar que era. Pero es que estoy hablando de algo de hace 20 años, por lo menos, ¿eh? Y es que es eso, si te atascabas y lo dejas, pues... La cabra del Broken Sword 1. No me acuerdo ahora mismo lo de la cabra, que era. Es que es eso, es que hace muchísimos años.
Did you see the alarm was...
I have interrogated the crime scene, madame. I am fully aware. I prefer biological evidence to the...
Don't you think the disabled alarm is...
The forensic team will be along. Do not bother me with this circumstantial fliff-flaff.
¿Y eso? Con un programilla justamente... Ah, pues ni idea. Ah, vale, pues sería eso entonces. Mira. Pues qué casualidad.
Could you give me a...
Now,
What do you think about...
he
Mhm.
is deeply...
Thanks, Inspector. If I was going to distract Nave, I needed to unearth new evidence or concoct some. And the bloodier, the better. Poor guy.
A ver,
Excuse me, Father.
I have seen.
Father Sim...
Are you okay?
It's a terrible shock, but
Could I ask you some...
what kind?
I'm a reporter for...
I suppose it cannot.
Did you see anything that might...
The devil takes many forms, child.
Anything would...
I am sorry, my dear.
Why did you come to the...
God brought me here. I saw the poster for...
What do you mean?
I knew there was great evil in La Maledictio. It was my duty. The painter was El Serp, the serpent, don't you see?
Evil? So, what were you planning on doing here today?
I wanted to bear witness to anything that the...
Well, I think it...
Really? A man? I'd say his work here...
That wasn't going to help. What do you know about...
An innocent victim. If he was peddling such blasphemous works as the El Serp painting, then who knows what other sins he was hiding.
Father Simeon was making me feel guilty. Priests. What can you tell?
Grotesque.
How can a painting be...
By killing all who...
Does that mean we're next?
Laugh not at the devil's play.
Luego encontraremos al
As I
este...
said, I work for La Liberté.
Good. Be sure to warn...
Thank you.
¿Qué pisa?
The priest had nothing useful.
Claro, habrá dejado mancha de... Eso es. Perfecto, vale, ya lo pillo.
The tomato sauce had splattered on the floor. No way was I going to clean that up with my bare hands. I spread some of this sauce around with my shoe. It looked a little bit like a blood stain, but it still wasn't right. If I was going to distract the cop, I had to get rid of that gun. I scraped up the chewing gum with my press card, hoping the inspector wouldn't notice.
Vale. Un pase de prensa que sirve para muchísimas cosas, ¿eh?
The tomato sauce looked as close to blood.
Perfecto, pues ya lo hemos encontrado también. Y no es que, a ver, el tema está también tener en cuenta una cosa, que yo no soy la persona más lista del mundo, ¿eh? Que igual aquí nos cuesta Dios y ayuda.
Enchanté, madame. And which of the angels are you?
I'm Nico Collard.
Ah, a fallen angel then. My favorite sort.
What can you tell me about...
Oh, it was truly awful.
What can you tell me about the painting that was...
It was called La Maledictio, an unknown work that only recently surfaced.
Who was the artist?
A mysterious figure known only as El Serp. Some say he was a student of Picasso. He was good, but not great, and his true identity remains unknown.
Muy bien.
Have you spoken...
The American.
Yes.
He promised to clear up any misunderstandings the police might have about my presence here.
Father Simeon said...
The priest is... La Maledictio is a painting, and a painting cannot be evil.
What can you tell me about Henri's involvement with the gallery?
Dear Henri, a shining diamond in the ordure. He owned the gallery. What will we do without him?
Tell me about the shooting, monsieur.
No, it all happened so...
Y se ha desmayado también.
Take your time.
I can't be sure. Perhaps I could answer your questions over...
Hijo de fruta, mira lo que
I'm
pagaron.
sorry, monsieur. I'm on a tight deadline. Did you see the thief?
I would have tackled him, but he was too quick for me.
Did you know that they had...
No. I suppose that's why the alarm isn't ringing.
Pero si ya te lo ha contado
Here's
este.
my press card.
And there was I thinking you were too young and beautiful to be a reporter.
Thanks for your help, monsieur Lane. I wasn't going to get anything useful from Lane.
¿Han hecho un poco más sexy a Nico Collard o me lo parece a mí?
Yes?
Have you seen the stain on the floor over there? It looks like blood.
Indeed. How very curious. I must investigate immediately, before one of these idiots steps in it.
Claro, y ahora llevaremos a Stobbart para que entre a la cámara.
Interesting. Maybe it is time to employ the machine.
Okay, George. That should distract him for a while.
Nice work, Nico. I'll let you know what I find in the office.
Vale.
I was sure the inspector hadn't seen me slip away, but I needed to be quick, because it wouldn't take him long. It was a hookah pipe. Those things gave me a headache.
¿Por qué?
A pair of evil eyes stared from a partially covered poster. The statue was jaunty. Up close and personal, I could see that the fig leaf was hinged. Thankfully, there was no one around to see me do this. Very interesting. I wasn't going to open the safe without the key. I was fairly sure that even Henri wouldn't be silly enough to keep it hidden in the office. The pen could have been useful. Then again, it might have leaked all over my pocket. The lighter was corroded and grimy. It'd probably never work again. I decided to leave it. I didn't like the idea of a pocket full of sharp pins. I didn't want to carry the tape around. I had a feeling I wasn't going to need it. I didn't feel the need to take... Carrying an ink pot around inside my pocket would have been stupid. The ink would have stained my hands for days. The switch controlled the small desk lamp. It was the paper that Nico wrote for. Nico lived for the day her story would...
Como que luego necesitaré... Espérate.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Espera, que mira, esto se abre.
There was nothing else in the drawer. The folder looked interesting. This was very definitely tampering with evidence. It was a completion of work notice from a company called Vera Security. They weren't the guys we'd recommended. Henri had gone behind our backs to choose a different security outfit. I'd never heard of Vera Security, but there was an address and phone number on the form.
Vale.
Henri's notice board was covered with all kinds of junk. The CCTV system was ancient. It took individual shots and recorded them to tape. It looked like I needed to enter a passcode to view the recording.
Vale, a ver.
The completion note from Vera Security. There was an address. I needed to find a 4-digit number.
Vale, y no estaría aquí en lo
I had
de...
no reason to search the desk again.
Lo de ver a security, ¿no debería estar ahí?
A naked lady stared at me seductively. Henri sure liked this clutter.
No, si esto es desorden, debería haber mi cuarto.
I didn't imagine Henri as a musician. Henri sure had his quirks. The
1975.
poster advertised the 1975 Stockholm Music Festival, headlined by a group called The Hair.
1975. No.
And there I was, thinking that Henri might have set such an obvious code.
No.
I needed...
Salir de aquí, a ver.
It didn't look like there was anything important on the board. The sofa had clearly taken some punishment over the years. It was a pretty flamboyant-looking clock. I had no reason to search the desk again. The calendar looked like a child's school project. Henri had ringed 27th May and scrawled birthday. Poor guy hadn't quite made it to his big day.
Vale, 2705. Vamos a probar. ¡Oh, valid!
Bingo! I rewound the tape to before the robbery. This was the first interesting frame. It was Henri studying La Malediction. He couldn't have had any idea what was about to happen. That was the earliest shot with anything interesting on it.
¿Hombre?
That was the earliest shot.
Tendremos que saber quién ha desactivado esto.
Nico and I were taking a look at La Malediction just before the robbery. Funny, the painting didn't strike me as remarkable at the time, just odd. A good view of La Malediction. I could kind of see why Father Simeon thought it was evil. There was a certain presence about it. The image was a little fuzzy, but in the center of the painting was what looked like a snake eating its own.
Uroboros.
I thought about what the priest said. There was definitely something unsettling about the picture.
Logro desbloqueado, siguiendo la pista.
The killer caught in the act. There was nothing really distinctive about him. The CCTV had caught the killer in the act of lifting La Malediction from the wall. He knew exactly which painting to take. The most striking aspect of the painting was a snake eating its own tail. The most striking aspect of the painting was a snake. That shot must have... Was Henri studying that picture, or did he look worried? There was definitely more to this robbery than I first thought. The moment it all went horribly wrong. Why hadn't Henri backed down when the thief pulled the gun? If that was me, I'd have done whatever the guy wanted. There was some writing on the front of his helmet, but I couldn't quite make it out. The writing was just a blur. The alarm should have sounded when the killer took the painting, but it had been sabotaged. I wondered who could have done that. Maybe Lane, or even Henri himself. Or perhaps even Vera's security, who'd installed the system.
¿Cuántos misterios?
The killer making his getaway.
Ah, míralo, ahora.
A logo on the front of his helmet read Waterloo Motors.
Waterloo.
That could
Na,
be
na, na,
useful.
na, 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 na. Vale, perfecto.
The alarm should have sounded when the painting was gone. There I was, taking a look at the alarm box. Hopefully I didn't look too suspicious. That was me fiddling with the... I hadn't thought about that when I was taking a look at the camera. Not my best angle. That was the last shot. I probably learned everything I could from the CCTV.
Vale, pues lo hemos encontrado, lo de Waterloo Motors. Bien, ¿no? Vale, necesitaremos la llave para lo de la estatua también. A ver de dónde sacamos la llave.
It was a statue of all... It was a statue of all...
A lo mejor con la...
I opened the... I needed a better idea.
Por probar.
Now that was a safe.
Vale, pues nada. Ya buscaremos a ver si hay si encontramos la llave por algún...
I knew it'd be wrong to leave the room without checking it thoroughly. It was hard to tell if the lava lamp was retro or just plain old. The trinkets, the junk, the instruments. Henri was kind of a hippie at heart. It didn't look like there was anything important. The telephone was an antique rotary model. I had no reason to search the desk again.
Papelera. Había visto.
In the trash can, I found a crumpled letter from Henri's credit card company demanding immediate payment. It listed extravagant purchases from a variety of ladies' fashion stores. The address indicated that Henri lived in the chic and expensive 16th arrondissement of Paris. I decided to put the letter back. Henri's financial problems weren't my business. But now I knew where he lived.
Vale, perfecto. Pues en su casa estará la llave, ¿no?
Monsieur, sir, you have snuck in here, and now you are tampering with my evidence.
I'm just looking for the name of the caterer. That cheese was to die for.
Ah, to die for? To kill for. I put it to you, monsieur. Monsieur
Stobbart. George Stobbart.
I put it to you that you came here in search of cheese and killed the owner in a fromage-induced frenzy.
Well, no. I'm from Paris Mutual. We insured the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Time will tell, monsieur.
Truth will out, Inspector.
Who dares wins, Monsieur Stobbart.
He who laughs last laughs loudest, Inspector Nave. The guy was seriously nuts.
I remind you, monsieur, that a serious crime has been committed. I am going to have to...
Of course, but I do need to ask you a few questions.
D'accord. But remember, anything you say can be used against you, Monsieur Stobbart.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind. Do you know anything about a company called Vera Security?
No, I have never heard of them. Now,
It's very likely that the security camera holds a clue to the...
Monsieur, I am a professional, and you are an... Monsieur, you...
Yeah, California born and bred.
Of course. I think perhaps you are wanting to be like that Starsky and Butch, monsieur. No? Rolling around on top of fast cars with beautiful ladies. Far...
Interesting idea, Inspector, but... No.
Indeed. Well, let me tell you something. You may go now, but I will need...
Vale. Vale, hay cosas que no cuadran mucho.
I had some valuable leads. But before following up on him, I had important business to attend to. Hey, Nico, you want to grab a quick cup of coffee?
Sure.
I am pleased to announce that I have finished my preliminary investigation.
Verás.
This is now an official crime scene, and you must all go. I
Verás
shall be
tú.
questioning all of you again in the coming days.
Oh, pues me alegro que
Nobody is to leave the country, particularly you, Monsieur Stobbart. Monsieur Lane will stay behind to help secure the premises.
Joder, pues qué bien, ¿no?
Yes, Inspector.
Let them out.
Right away, sir.
Por cierto, ¿te llamo Guest o te llamo de alguna forma especial?
Nice work in there, Nico. Whatever you did, it worked.
I just made a tiny distraction, and Nave bought it.
I think Nave would buy anything if it had blood on it. You know, this whole setup, the theft, the murder, it just doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Vale. 10.085.672. No, serán 100 millones. Pero es que no veo. 100.085.672. A ver.
The CCTV picked up an image of the thief. His helmet had the words Waterloo Motors written across it.
Interesting. I think I got a couple of good shots of him too, but I need to take a better look at them at home.
Great.
¿Me estás invitando a irme a casa contigo, Nico?
Like I said, I think it was an inside job.
Go on.
Someone disabled the alarm, but on just one painting.
Let me guess. La maldición.
Exactly.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenida.
Well, the priest thinks La Malediction is evil.
Charles, she's just crazy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But there's something strange going on.
Algo raro está pasando.
The security company already employed.
Tengo la dirección de la compañía de seguridad.
Good luck with your investigations. Well, I guess I should go. This story won't write itself. And Josh?
Yeah?
It's good to see you again.
Great to see you.
Oh, qué bonito. Lo de los clips es para destacar momentos. Si hay un momento que te mola mucho, te hace mucha gracia, lo que sea, le das a lo de crear clip y puedes se queda guardado ese momento destacado. Es como para destacar eso, los mejores momentos. Vale, ahora podemos ir eligiendo movernos un poco a Luis. Perdón, que tengo ya un poco de ñeñete. Es que soy viejuno. Podríamos ir o al apartamento de Henry o a la compañía de cámaras de seguridad. Vamos a ir a por el apartamento de Henry primero, va.
As I approached Henry's apartment, I started to doubt whether coming here so soon after his death was such a great idea.
Hostia. Ah, pues nada.
At the end of the road, I could see the magnificent Bois de Boulogne.
¿Y estás pensando que no es buena idea? Pues nada, nos vamos a lo de las cámaras, va. Oye, espera.
Deadbeat mall. No wonder I'd never heard of Vera's security.
Please don't touch the sign. You'll just make it worse.
Ya verás, security.
A myriad of retro kitsch. Bottle stoppers, keychains, musical cards. Hi, I wonder if you can help me. I'm looking for Vera's security.
¿Está aquí?
Yes, of course. It's the shop behind you.
Thank you. The name's George, by the way.
Call me Bassam. And do please forgive me, but I'm in no mood to talk. I have a resounding headache.
Bad migraine, eh?
The worst. The buzzing and flashing from the old sign is killing me. I thought the neon sign had potential until it broke.
Is it your sign?
No, the previous owners used to be a restaurant. But this is horrible. Adversely affecting my footfall and giving me a splitting...
Pues apágalo, ¿no? Chorra.
You want me to try fixing that sign for you?
Do you know what you're doing?
Bueno.
I'm very good at fixing things.
Soy Fixit
Then
George.
please do. I'm no good at electricals. Marketing analysis and predicting trends is more my thing.
Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver.
I took a good look at the sign. The wiring was exposed and the cover broken. No wonder it was flashing.
Espérate que esto va a ser bonito. ¿De mudanza has estado? Joder. No jodas, ¿qué? Pero ya has cenado por lo menos. ¿Ya habéis cenado o qué?
I pulled the wire off. Well, that was one way to stop the letters flashing. Now only half the sign was illuminated.
¿Cómo hemos dicho que se llamaba? Espera, ¿cómo se llamaba el tipo? Bassam. Ahí va.
It seemed the letters could be moved around. Shame it didn't have the right letters to spell Bassam. I'd have to think of something else.
Inside voy a poner. Ah, no, no se puede. Espérate, a ver. A ver qué nos puede decir. Hola, Cúbico.
The buzzing and flashing has stopped.
And I'm very grateful. But the sign still looks pretty terrible, doesn't it? When you're building a brand from the ground up, name is everything. I need a name that makes my customers long for adventure and treasures from faraway places.
Bueno, esperemos que la charla sea productiva.
I could take a look at your sign.
You are like a G.
Un genio de la lámpara. Ah. Ya está. Aladín.
That seemed like a good name. Hey, Bassam, how about this? I know it's not your name, but...
Aladdin. Very cool. That's a terrific name for my store. Hits every one of my USPs.
Glad you like it.
You're a genius, George. Let me know if I can do anything for you.
Perfecto. Es tu hermanico el que se cambia de piso. Pues, encima es eso, si tienes que estar ayudando a los otros con la mudanza, ¿verdad? Es aún peor. ¿Qué tal, cubo cúbico? Ya te vas a quedar con... 2 o 3 semanas más. Hostia, qué tortura. Madre, qué calvario. Te planteas el cambio de nombre en Twitch por... igual ya está cogido,
Aha, Mr.
So what do you sell?
Ah, I'm glad you asked. I sell all the...
Like...
English biscuits, Turkish delight, French cassettes, Brazilian Betamax videos.
I decided to keep the wire. If Bassam knew how flimsy the sign was, he wouldn't be happy. Bassam had already told me. What do you think?
I'm over the moon, George. Thanks to you, I can now sell my retro cavalcade of musical cards, brushes, and you know what they say, happy sellers make happy shoppers.
I really like your new sign.
It's magnificent. I owe you one.
Vale, pues nos la guardamos por si ahora no necesitamos alguna. Ya.
Help!
What's wrong?
There's a monster.
What? Where?
La cucaracha, es que no la ves.
On the floor. Get rid of it.
Oh, the cockroach.
Yes, the cockroach. Help!
Come here, little fella. I was never going to catch it with my bare hands.
Vale, utilizamos esto.
That wasn't worth trying. I was never...
Joder.
That wouldn't have worked. That would have violated the Chemical Weapons Convention.
Pues...
There were crumbs on the floor. No wonder the cockroach was sticking around. That wouldn't make any sense. There were crumbs on the floor.
Vale.
I refused to That wouldn't work.
Ah, pues como... en la mesa.
Romanovs, a Russian brand cigarette. The pack was empty. As a child, I'd always been told not to play with matches, but I never could resist.
Mola mucho
The
la
ashtray was full of cigarette butts. The
La voz
filters
de-
were gold-colored, very exotic.
la voz de Stobbart.
Crumpled cigarette. I tipped out the matches. I couldn't catch it just by swiping at it. I'd need to entice it.
Vale, ahora hacemos... Vale, vale, vale. Ya pillo. Tenemos que utilizar la caja de cerillas con esto.
I set down my matchbox. Cockroaches like hiding in dark places. Not a bad idea when you think about it. Cockroach wasn't going for it. I needed some bait.
A ver si tenía el... ¡Ahí va! Hola, hola Adrián, ¿qué tal? Pues hay veces que sí, que eso es una mierda, tío. A ver si hay algo. A ver si hay caramelos. Ha dicho algo de unas chocolatinas turcas. Igual puedo utilizarlo.
So, what else is?
Stop by now and then.
No kidding? Do you happen to know a good way to catch a...
To be honest, George, I'm better at questions on balancing budgets within it. But as a layman, perhaps I could suggest you trap it? And please, whatever you do, don't squish it.
Why's that?
The entire family will catch the scent and arrive for the funeral.
Ooh, we don't want that.
You need to find a container of some sort.
Ya lo hemos encontrado.
Add this.
Rich
Perfecto.
tea. Oh, what's that, a cookie?
The perfect cockroach biscuit. Dry, dull, unsatisfying, and yet curiously Moorish.
I'll give it a try.
Vale, ya tenemos
Glad to
el...
help.
Ya tenemos el... Vamos para adentro. La verdad es que es eso, ir a perder el tiempo en ese tipo de cosas es una mierda enorme. Pero bueno, poco a poco. Vale, vamos a ver. Ponemos la galletita aquí.
I added some bait to the matchbox.
Pero ahora...
Even I was finding it hard to resist that little trap. Gotcha.
Tenemos la cucaracha.
You are a gentleman and no mistake. I hate cockroaches.
Always ready to help a damsel in distress.
I bet you are. Can I help you?
Yes, please. Do you know if there's anyone in the office I can talk business with?
Yes, me, chérie. I'm Annette, the manager.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean... The gloves. I just thought...
Ah, easy mistake to make. If you haven't been reconstructed, that is.
Oh, but I have been reconstructed. A number of times. From the ground up.
What can I do for you?
There's been a theft at a painting's been...
Shame. Still,
I believe your company set up the security.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. Did.
I've got all day.
But I didn't. It says here that Vera was hired to do the
Qué
security
bueno.
at the gallery. Didn't do a very good job, did you?
Where did you get
Ok,
that?
gracias.
Gallery?
That
Que aproveche la cena.
You
Y en la
can't
ducha.
be to blame.
Claro, a ti no será una duchaja.
Bad feeling. The place looked like a front, and the only person there wasn't helping. Maybe the office itself could give me more information.
Are you done? Only I want to listen to this next race.
I caught the cockroach. Look, isn't he a sweetie?
Ah! Keep it away from me.
I've got some matches.
Yes, I saw you pick them up. Keep them. I can't afford to smoke anymore.
Do you recognize it?
Oof! That would take the hair off your legs. I had a boss who wore that. Know what I mean?
Do these clippers look familiar?
Yes. I mean, no. Why should they look familiar?
¡Oh!
No, thanks.
I've got a cookie.
Those dry things are dis...
Thanks.
¿A que podemos arreglar la radio?
Do you mind? I'm listening to the race.
Annette was watching me like a hawk.
Hands off, mister.
Can I just have a look?
Certainly not.
Vale, a ver qué tenemos que hacer con Annette.
Even the plant looked depressed.
Look, do you mind not touching the office equipment?
Annette's peripheral vision was, quite simply, astounding.
Vale, y de ahí ya hemos sacado lo que teníamos que sacar. Pues vamos a hablar otra vez con Basana, a ver qué nos dice.
Aha, Mr. Stobbart. What can I do for you?
Thank you for the cookie.
You are very welcome.
¿Y si dejamos la cucaracha otra vez en el este?
Do you know anything about...
Not really. I haven't been here long, but neither...
Why do you say it?
Rush setup, new sign, low investment, and no customers except for you.
Mal rollo.
That cookie did the trick.
Right customer, right product. It's a winning combination.
I didn't think there was much point. I caught the cockroach, look.
¿La quieres vender?
Excellent work. Just in a few weeks, this place is going to be buzzing with people, I hope. Not...
I think I'll keep him. I'll name him Trevor.
Interesting name. Old school, comforting, harmless.
I've got some mat.
Always good to have.
Vale, vámonos. Voy a intentar soltar la... cucaracha otra vez.
I needed a better idea. I didn't want to leave that there. Nope, I needed to try something else. I could hear the little fella scuttling around in there. It was the cookie that kept on giving. Matches always came in handy. A small piece of wire. The completion note from Vera.
Vale, el corta uñas le...
I only had a few matches. Using one now probably wasn't a good idea. That sewed. It didn't work.
¿Cerillas con esto?
Not a snowball's chance.
Pues ¿cómo hacemos a esta muchacha que se pire?
Please stay on the other side of the counter.
It was like she had some kind of psychic power. She could just feel what I was trying to do.
A ver si la convencemos.
Yes.
Are you betting on a horse?
No, I just like hearing the sound of hooves.
Oh, well, that's unusual.
Don't be an idiot. I got 50 euros on Lucky Break.
Ah, well, I hope you win.
So do I, Sherry. So do I.
Innit, could I just have a quick look in your back office?
What do you take?
What? No, no.
Oh, I see. No, you can't.
Vale.
Yeah,
I've got some match.
Yes, I saw you pick them up. Keep them.
I caught the cockroach. Look.
Ah! Keep it away from me!
Do these clippers...
Yes, I mean, no.
Le resulta familiar.
Thanks. That was never gonna work.
That was never gonna work.
The Vera phone. All expenses had been spared.
Que tampoco hay mucho más que hacer aquí, ¿eh?
The place looked very much like temporary accommodation.
A ver si hay algo más en la calle. Igual que antes me ha pasado que me he perdido algo en un momento.
The place looked like it had been out of business for a while. Vera's security. I was going to get some answers there. I hoped. The stall was a myriad of retro kit.
Uh-huh.
So...
Anything right. He who controls...
Ah, vale. Vale, tengo ya.
Hello, Vera Security. We make you secure. Wrong number again. Damn nuisance calls.
I wanted to see what secrets the book might contain. There was a photo. Of course, I grabbed it.
Oh, estoy hecho una máquina. Ya lo he pillado. ¡Ah! ¡Míralos!
A bad photo of Lane in a net. That guy sure got around.
¡Qué hijo de fruta, Lane! Hijo de fruta, Lane.
I decided there was no point distracting Annette any further. I had the photo.
Yes.
Recognize this?
Hey, that's my photo.
That's you with Lane, I believe.
So, what if it is?
What is he to you?
Oh, my Hector, that's what he is. My little Hector.
Yeah, I thought you said you had nothing to do with the gallery.
Look, here's how it is. I've only been here a few weeks. I had nothing to do with that gallery job. I just delivered the paperwork.
So, who's the manager before you?
I don't know. She just, one day, didn't come in for work. I shouldn't be talking to you. The boss told me to keep my mouth shut.
¿Quién es el boss?
The boss. Have you got his number or address?
No, I've forgotten it. I mean, I never knew it.
Annette, a serious crime has been committed. You're in a lot of trouble.
I had nothing to do with it. Look, I need this job. I need the money. Anyway, it's only a silly old painting. No one got hurt.
The gallery owner was shot.
Badly?
¿Deadly?
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
Oh.
This is a murder investigation. Now, who's your boss?
I don't know. Honest, he faxes me if he wants anything.
He. Who's he?
I've never seen him, never met him. Don't make trouble for poor Annette.
Thanks. I was pretty sure Annette had told me all she was going to. She sounded scared. Time to put the thumbscrews on Lane, and I knew just how.
Look, do you mind not touching?
Annette's peripheral vision was...
I said... Please stay on the other side of the counter.
Joder, ya me he resfriado. Venga, Basan, muchas gracias.
Aha, Mr. Stobbart. What can I do for you?
Do you recognize these two people?
Never saw the big guy before, but the lady works opposite.
Have you seen anyone else in the Vera office?
No, but I haven't had my shop here long, only a couple of days.
Vale.
Time to confront Lane.
Pues vamos a hablar con Lane. Perfecto, pues ya hemos avanzado en esto. Lane que estaba aquí en lo de la galería, ¿no? Hostia, está chapado.
The gallery was sealed off. The place looked empty. Lane wasn't exactly easy to miss, and it looked like he wasn't around.
Está en el bar.
The door was locked and sealed off with police tape. I needed to find Lane, and I was sure he wasn't in there.
Vale, vamos a ir a la casa de Henry. No está aquí, vamos a la casa de Henry.
Hi.
Monsieur?
I'm looking for Mr. Lane.
Ah, yes, monsieur. He came by earlier.
¿Ves a la casa de Henry? Perfecto, pues vamos a la casa de Henry. Ok, Cube, yo no tardaré mucho. Vamos a echarle un tiento a ver qué tal. Ok.
So Lane was consoling the widow.
Que descanses, tío. Nos vemos. Y suerte con recuperar tu cuenta de Twitch.
Did he have a grand scheme or just loose morals? The door was locked. Paris sure had a lot of similar-looking cafes.
Hello?
Is
This
it
is George
me?
Stobbart. May I come up?
I'm sorry, this is a very inconvenient time.
Hello, is it me? Will you...
I know that's you, Mr. Lane. I
Bueno,
need to
suerte
talk
de
to you.
todas formas, Cube.
Mr. Lane, does the name Annette mean anything to you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I need to talk to...
I'm sure it could...
Mm-hmm. If you don't let me in, I'll tell the police about your interesting connection to the security company.
All right then. Come up, but make it brief.
Mira qué caña el pavo real aquí pintado, Cómo mola. Vamos, al apartamento. Ya no me habrían dejado entrar de todas formas.
Lord, George, you have a worse timing.
Is this a bad time to accuse you of lying?
What do you want?
I've just come from Vera's security.
So?
Tell me about Annette. Who? From Vera's...
I don't know.
I'm surprised you let your conquests keep souvenirs. Annette lent it.
Quit waving it around, for God's sake.
Come on, Lane. Tell me.
All right. I had a fling with her, okay? Now keep your voice down, please.
And you two fixed the security for the robbery?
No, nothing like that. Anyway, the fling was a mistake. She turned out to be rather needy.
I believe you. You're not a criminal, just a lecherous old man.
Less of the old, if you don't mind.
Especially when you leave. Can you tell me anything about the...
Annette told me he's some angry-looking Russian chap.
Okay, Lane. Take off.
You can't tell me what to do.
You want me to show Bijou this picture?
All right, I'm going. You haven't heard the...
Promise?
And give me that photo.
Una prueba, no la dejes. El Capitán Fanega se va.
If Lane was telling the truth, that meant that Annette was lying. She said she'd never met the owner and was very... I wondered if she was hiding something interesting.
Are you going to introduce yourself?
Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name's George.
Mira la cantidad de fotos suyas de pinturas de ella. Hola, Bijou.
Hello, young man. Such a delight to have in...
I'm from the insurance. I'm so...
Henri, my poor...
Could I just...
Well, why not?
Your record player seems to be stuck on the same song.
Yes, this song gives me great comfort. It reminds me of Henri.
Me va a saltar el copyright en YouTube cuando la pase.
Was the business doing...
The gallery was Henri's baby.
So you weren't involved?
Not at all. Business...
Henri was very brave at the gallery. He tried to stop the thief and...
Henri was my lion and my little pussycat.
How are you cope?
I'm still trying.
Bijou, I think someone involved... It wasn't Hector Lane. He's not devious enough.
But who else?
I don't know. But I... Hey, this might cheer... Say hello to Trevor.
¡No! Ya verás.
A cockroach?
I prefer the word pal.
Qué bueno.
And I prefer the word pest. Please never show...
Does this smell good?
It's heavenly. Why do you...
Prefiere que lo
You
enseñe.
know this... No, I don't. I've never heard of them.
Thank you for your help, Bijou.
My pleasure, young man. Do come back any time.
Bijou appeared to know nothing. I still couldn't discount Lane. Annette, on the other hand, had lied about a small stuffed dog. Poor creature. Was that a tear in its glassy eye?
Perdón.
Henri was now dressed in a cheap suit. On balance, I prefer the waistcoat. The stereo was playing the same tune over and over again. You have a beautiful home, Bijou.
Oh, thank you.
The artist was entering his cubist phase. Two lovers entwined. Reminded me of that party game with the map. A subtle birthmark was the only blemish on the model's flawless skin. The subject looked vulnerable as she... The view through to the bois. America is my country and Paris.
A ver si en el tocador está la llave. Necesitamos encontrar la llave de la caja fuerte.
Don't touch my table. I keep everything in perfect order. Please don't touch my things.
Vale, en la caja de música va a estar.
The stair... That was never gonna happen. That wouldn't make any...
Con que se levante.
That would be pointless.
Lo que quiero hacer es que se levante, que pare la música, o sea, al parar la música, que se levante y... Entonces podríamos mirar sus mierdas.
Nope, I needed to try something else.
¿Prendemos fuego?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Pues nos vamos para ver a Security.
Night was falling. Annette would have left for the evening. It was time to pay a visit to Vera's security.
Vale, tiene bastante linealidad esto, ¿no? Porque si hubiese venido antes, o sea, cuando he venido la primera vez y me ha dicho es demasiado pronto, igual para ir a tal y me he vuelto. Si hubiese seguido a la casa, seguramente...
The empty mall was lit by bright moonlight. I wanted a good look at that back office. I just had to find a way in. There was no way I could force the shutter open with my bare hands. I needed to find another way. It was the shutter control. There was no sign of a button or a keyhole. It must have been controlled remotely. A wire ran up to the electrical box above. If I wanted to hotwire the shutters, I'd need to find the power supply. There was an electrical box up there, but I couldn't reach it from the ground.
Vale, pues vamos a coger lo de nuestro colega Salam. Hombre, no. Tendría que llevar la caja esta. Pero ¿cómo? Si le doy otra vez, me lo va a echar otra vez para abajo.
Nope, I needed to try something else. There was an electrical box up there. The box was in the perfect position to access the beam above.
¿Y por qué no se sube? Ah, ahora. Vale, vale, vale. Sí. Ah, pájaro pinto sentado en tu verde limón.
I popped the lid open. Inside was an aircon unit and bingo, the master controls for the shutters. It was the master controller for the shutters. It was the master controller for the shutters. It was the motor that operated the shutters. The wire connected the shutter motor to the master controller. The wire connected the power supply to the master controller.
Ole, soy un electricista brutalmente... brutal, ¿verdad? Os ha molado esa, ¿eh? Os ha molado.
In the drawer was a single Q-tip. It was my lucky day. It hadn't been used.
Mira, ha limpiado al ratón y todo. ¿Te mola o qué, Locar? Te di todo mi amor, locarrock.com.
The room was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing.
Ah, pero tengo cerillas. Joder. Son bastante... Vamos, a mí los Broken Sword siempre me han molado bastante, la verdad.
That would be pointless. The drawer was empty.
Vale, pues entonces no sé... Me he dejado algo, me he tenido que dejar algo.
I'd have to get up there again to take a closer look. Rearranging the sign had been a stroke of genius, even if I do say so myself.
Vale, vamos a subir otra vez. Vamos a volver a colocar los cables como estaban. Y a ver si así encendemos la luz. A mí estos es que me molan. Te hacen pensar, son de estos juegos que te hacen pensar un poquillo. Que no es que sea aquí yo la mastermind del mundo, pero oye, siempre te animan, ¿no? A que te estrujes la mollera un poquillo.
I had redirected the power to the shutter motor. I'd cut the wire in half. I hoped I was doing the right thing. The wire had already been snipped.
No, claro, no puedo hacer nada más aquí tampoco.
I'd cut the wire in half. I hoped I was doing the right thing.
Es que no. No. Puedo encontrar una forma de... ¿Habrá un interruptor aquí al lado de la pared o qué?
That was almost a great idea. Almost.
Vale, ¿y el bastoncillo para qué nos serviría? Porque para arriba, para la caja, ya no tenemos nada que pueda servir. Y aquí yo creo que no hay nada más que pueda necesitar, ¿no? ¿No ves? No se activa nada más que lo de la salida. Podría usar la pista, pero... Ya me ha dicho que no use pista.
The drawer was empty.
Y esto está vacío también. No está ni la radio, ni el teléfono, ni nada. ¿Podría encender aquí?
That wouldn't work.
No me deja encender las lámparas tampoco, no, es que no... ¿Qué hay aquí? A ver. Y no puedo usarlas directamente y ya está.
Matches always came in handy. That was almost a...
Vamos.
That wasn't quite right. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Vera's security had disconnected their phone. There was no point in calling.
Joder, pues no tengo ni idea. No tengo ni idea de qué es lo que puedo hacer más aquí. Hemos pillado un bastoncillo que había en el este, pero... ¿Y si mojamos el bastoncillo? Espérate. Prenderle fuego después. Estaba pensando.
They didn't go together. That... Well, it seemed like... That's... Never...
El cable tampoco lo podemos volver a coger.
All Bassam's stuff was safely locked away.
No, voy a abrir la pista. Sí, las cerillas. Vale. O sea, es las cerillas con la caja de cerillas lo que hay que combinar. Vale, joder. Seré idiota.
In the corner of the room was a pizza delivery scooter, just like the one the killer had escaped on. I tried to free the gears, but they were jammed solid. Its service was long overdue. The shredder was jammed. There was a letter jammed in the shredder. There was a letter jammed in the shredder. I tried to free the gears, but they were jammed solid.
Vale, he visto una mancha de aceite ahí abajo. Efectivamente, con esto lo que va a haber que usar es esto.
I smeared some oil onto the cotton bud. It was a
Vale.
pizza delivery scooter. It was a pizza delivery scooter.
Hostia, ¿cómo que no has cenado aún, tío? Si es tardísimo. ¡Ve a cenar! ¿Te has puesto a qué? ¿A toquetear? ¿Qué has estado toqueteando? Un emulador de PS3. ¿Pero cuál? El...
The air vent had a tiny catch on the side.
¿Qué tiene
The
un
air
qué?
vent had a tiny catch on the side. Through the grill, I could see something glinting, but it was too dark to tell what it was. It felt like the perfect opportunity to use Lane's clippers. Sadly, they were designed to cut, not lever. I smeared the gears with oil. I reckoned the oil would do the trick. It was time to see what was in the letter.
Para reorganizar los trozos interactúa con uno para seleccionarlo. Luego debes de colocarlo en otros. Vale. Vale, esto es la pata de la esta. Vale, eso ya va bien. Ahí tenemos... que ser algo que continúe. Vale, eso va ahí. Pues todo esto lo tengo que mover un poquillo más. Ahí. Vale. Oye. Oye. Ahí. Así.
It was the letter from Henri confirming that Vera's security had the contract for the exhibition. And it also revealed who was in charge at Vera. A guy called Medovsky. At first glance, it all seemed pretty run-of-the-mill. But why was Henri thanking Medovsky for being generous? And why was he pleased to represent him? Maybe Medovsky was the owner we've been looking for. It didn't add up. I had a gut feeling. There was something fishy going on.
Algo pescadero. Sí, sí. Ah, para el Medieval. ¿Quieres jugar? Hostia, a perder el tiempo. Luego le echo un vistazo yo también si quieres. Pero vamos, yo lo miré en su momento. No había nada así especialmente interesante que quisiese. Y dije, pues ya está. De todas formas, también te digo una cosa, Locar. Jugar a los juegos o sea, emitirlos por lo menos. Para jugarlo tú, bien. Pero para emitirlos en Twitch es mejor no usar emuladores. Porque pueden banearte, ¿sabes? Todos los emuladores y cosas así. Según estuve mirando, últimamente que he estado mirando, es lo que te dije de jugar juegos piratas, de emuladores, de servidores piratas como lo del rol. Mira tú, que hay un montón de gente jugando al rol y no pasa nada. Pues en teoría sí que va en contra de las políticas de Twitch. Security measures for forthcoming exhibition el 30 de marzo. ¿Cuál?
I pocketed the letter and paperclip.
Vale, con el clip vamos a sacar lo que hay brillante ahí en lo del aire.
The paperclip was perfect for the job. There was definitely something in there. Now, what are you? Gotcha.
La pistola.
Well, would you believe it? It was a gun. And very likely the one that had been used to shoot Henri.
Tócate.
Aha! So, what have we here? L'Américain, Monsieur Stobbart. You will rue the day you crossed my path, because now you are caught in my net like a little red herring.
Inspector, I'm investigating the robbery.
No, monsieur. You are breaking and entering an innocent storeroom.
I found the murder weapon.
Found? No. Planted? Yes. Move! Arrest this man and take him to the station. I shall squeeze you, Monsieur Stobbart, until your pips squeak.
Sí, calla. Tenía que haber ido al apartamento de Nico primero.
Thanks, Ronnie. I just wish I'd got some better shots of the killer.
Are you kidding? That stuff from the hip, very dramatic. You did good, Nico.
So, what's next?
Get me an interview with the owner.
Es el mismo tío que en los otros Broken Sword, ¿eh? ¿Lo recordáis en el Broken Sword 1? Era este mismo apartamento.
Gotta go. Someone at the door. Monsieur?
Are you Nico Collard?
No.
Yes, can I help you?
I need to sit down.
You'd better come in.
Es el niño de la intro, ya verás.
Would you like a glass
Ya
of
cuánto
wine?
zapato, ¿no?
Yes.
Un Mac.
Those stairs are a nightmare.
Que podía haber cambiado de ropa la Nicole Collard, ¿eh? No digo nada.
That's better.
So, what can I do for you, monsieur?
My name is Tiago Marquez.
¿Ves? Era Tiago.
I saw your report on the robbery. I found your address. I came straight away. I needed to see you.
¿Ves cómo era el crío?
Why is that?
The stolen painting, La Malediction. It belongs to me.
Ronnie had wanted me to interview the owner, and now here he was. Or rather, he was somebody who claimed to be the owner. So the stolen painting is yours. Tell me more.
La Malediction belonged to my family in Catalonia in the 30s, before the Civil War.
So what was it doing here in Paris?
The fascists stole it in 1938. They killed my father, but not me. I escaped. I have been looking for it ever since. You have to help me find it.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Tiago Marquez, the rightful owner of La Malediction. What else is there to tell?
You traveled all the way from Catalonia?
No, since the war, I've lived in France, in the southwest, and now I want the painting back.
Did you lose all your family in the Civil War?
When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother, but my father was not so lucky.
Lo que hemos visto en la intro.
I would have stayed and fought for freedom, but I was just a boy.
You've got my attention, but if I'm to help you, I need more to go on.
I have something. This old photograph. It is of me and my family. See the painting above the fireplace?
Yes, it's la maldición. The photograph
No.
suddenly appeared
Bueno,
to
hablando
link
en
the
general
old
de
man
esto.
to the painting.
You took the photographs at that robbery, huh?
I did, yes.
I need to see them.
Why?
Please, I must see them.
All right. Here they are. This is the best shot I took. They used it in the paper.
Yes, it is how I recognize La Malediction, my painting.
It does look like the one in your photograph.
So close, but now it is lost again.
This shot didn't come out too well.
It's perfect.
Perfect?
Finally, La Malediction in all its splendor. The lines, the color, the detail. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Then take it. That shot is no good to me.
Really? Thank you, mademoiselle.
Here's the thief making off with the painting.
What is that tattoo on his arm?
Looks like a skull and crossbones. Headhunters,
You will find him, and then you will find my painting.
I can try, monsieur.
You must, mademoiselle.
This one was rejected. George got in the way. Typical.
Who is this George?
Just a friend. He insured the painting.
So, he will know who is this liar who claims to own my painting.
I don't think he does. He would have told me.
Qué bueno. Por cierto, Locar, no sé si has visto que han introducido una cosa guapísima en el OBS nuevo. Mira. Lo voy a enseñar para que lo veas como es. No lo digo, lo cuento. Es aquí con el chat del OBS. La escena. O sea, el chat del Twitch metido dentro del OBS. Y lo conectas con la cuenta. Es una caña esto. Y en ajustes, en emisión, tienes conectar cuenta. Lo haces así, puedes meter el chat del restream, de todas las plataformas donde lo hagas. Ya no necesitas tener una ventana aparte. Lo tienes en el segundo monitor, pues esto cañero. Cofeten.
Mackenzie's story was very interesting, but I needed to corroborate it. I wondered if the gallery kept ownership records. And while I didn't wholly trust him, this was the one lead that I didn't want to lose. Where are you staying?
What? Nowhere. Here, perhaps.
I didn't want him to stay in my apartment. There was another solution. My neighbor is out of town for a few days. You could stay there.
Yes, that would be good. Thank you.
Great, let's go.
¡Hala! No lo quiero aquí en mi apartamento, pues lo voy a meter en el de la vecina, que se joda.
Adam said that he would leave the spare key under the mat. My neighbor had left a key for me under the doormat. Which reminded me I hadn't watered his plants for a week.
Pues muy mal,
The key
Nico.
wasn't there. The door was locked, but my neighbor always left a key under the mat. The door was locked. The gap was wide, but not wide. I was pretty good at popping locks with plastic cards, but the crack between the door frame and... I had no reason to open the fire. There was no fire. I didn't want to leave before I'd settled Marquez into the apartment. I hope you don't mind waiting. I'm sure they keep...
This is why I hate cities.
Marquez needed... There was a large gap between the floorboards.
Claro. Y no había otra.
Using the sticky chewing gum, I was able to fish out the key.
This will do.
Glad it's up to standard. I have to go out, monsieur. Ronnie had promised me the front page if I got an interview with the painting's owner. And here was a crazy Spaniard claiming to be just that.
Oye, no digas España.
I needed to find out
Es ofensivo.
the painting up for sale. Maybe there was more to find at the gallery.
Un incómodo viaje en metro más tarde.
Len was sitting outside the cafe. He looked dazed.
Hostia. Ok. Bueno, nos vemos. ¿Has visto lo que he enseñado del OBS nuevo? ¿O no lo has visto? No lo has llegado a ver. Porque eso igual te mola. Ahora que tienes las dos pantallas. Mira. Te lo voy a enseñar otra vez. Esto. Es ahora dentro del propio OBS tienes el chat de Twitch. Incluso lo de la información de la emisión, que lo puedes hacer más grande o más pequeño. Mola 1000. Por eso lo digo, porque es súper útil. Ahora que tienes la segunda pantalla. Es dentro de ajustes. En emisión. Aquí tienes como iniciar o enlazar cuenta o algo así. Como el otro. Como el de Streamlabs. ¿El de Streamlabs lo tiene así? ¿O qué? Es que el de Streamlabs lo vi en una versión súper antigua.
Hello, Monsieur Len.
Ah, the delectable Nico Collard, super sleuth. How may I be of service?
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Always available for a lovely lady such...
Es un borderline.
What do you know about the owner of La Malediction?
That was Henri's business. He found the painting and did the deal with the owner.
Would anybody else know anything about the owner?
Not likely. He kept especially quiet about that one. But he always kept a manifest for every exhibition.
You mentioned a manifest.
One might start in the office. That's where Henri kept most of his paperwork.
I'm writing a follow-up.
Ah, so you need an
Something.
The police have finished in the gallery. We could chat in the office. It's much more comfortable. More intimate. I might even be able to rustle up a little bottle of champagne.
That sounds great.
We can discuss my ordeal Over a glass
Ok,
of champagne.
pues muchas gracias, Lockhart, por dejar la view y por pasarte.
Lane was the last thing I wanted. But it was my best hope if I wanted to get a look around the office.
Sí, yo no voy a estar mucho más,
So, what are we
como mucho
waiting
media
for?
hora más. Porque llevo 2 horas 45 minutos, se me han pasado volando. Eso es lo bueno de los juegos que molan, ¿no? Que se te pasa volando el tiempo. No, no te creas, no le he dado mucho. O bueno, claro, es que a mediodía he estado jugando con
After you,
el
my dear.
con el Blitz. Luego esta tarde al The Division y ahora a este. O sea, que realmente sí que he hecho algo. Pero bueno.
The place was heaving with junk. Finding what I wanted wouldn't be easy. As Lane sat down, something
Y tengo ya
stuck out
sueñete
from beneath
también.
the
No
cushion.
tardaré mucho en irme.
It looked like a folder. Whatever it was, the police had missed it. I needed to get it.
Come, join me on the couch. I'm ready for you. You will be gentle with me, won't you?
Oh, I'm never gentle, Monsieur Lane.
Oh. Do call me Hector.
It was a decorative pipe. There was nothing in the bin. I couldn't search the desk while Lane was there. The lamp was still on. It looked tacky. Henri had a statue of himself in the style of a Roman emperor. It was narcissistic and slightly disturbing. I wasn't going to play fig. I'd always dreamed about owning a... With what I earned, It was a poster for a Stockholm music. The headline was a group called the Hairy Lobsters. The bottles were completely empty.
Venga, va, a ver. Y claro, va sumando y han sido... Yo qué sé, 7 u 8 horas al final.
Folder. With that amount of padding, who would? The only way to get hold of it was to distract him. Monsieur Lane?
Hector, please.
I see Henri had a statue of himself.
Yes, for a man of high aspiration, he had alarmingly low taste. Nevertheless, I shall miss him. We were like family.
What will happen to this place now?
Henri's widow will decide, poor soul. She may find it in her heart to keep me around.
Oh, I'm sure she will. Oh, Hector. Perhaps I will join you in that glass of champagne.
But of course, champagne, nature's balm in troubled times.
Ya. Lo tenía ahí.
So you really don't know?
I'm sorry, my dear, I really don't.
Is there anything you can tell me?
It was an absolute treat to come across it. A true undiscovered gem.
There's no denying it is a fantastic painting. What can you tell me about the religious significance?
Of course, there's a deep religious symbolism locked within the painting, too. Central to this must be the pantheon of saints.
Don't you think it's a bit awkward in here with some...
Just ignore it, my dear.
Did I show you my breast?
The sticky one.
Vale, lo que haremos...
To new friends.
To love.
Bueno. Ahí va. Estaba claro.
Oh, mon Dieu, that is so cold!
Oops, silly me. I am so sorry.
I'll have to dry this off. Don't you worry, my dear.
In the folder was a list of all the paintings in the exhibition. La Malediction had to be there. It was. And next to it was the owner's name, Mr. Medovsky. The police had obviously not spotted the folder. I put it back. I had what I needed for my story. Monsieur Lane, thanks for everything. But I think I hear my editor calling.
Ma chérie, no need to leave so soon. It's only a little spillage.
Poco después.
And I found out who claims to own La Malediction. Some guy named Medovsky. Sounds Russian, right?
Medovsky, my God.
Who is he?
He's new on the oligarch block. Fresh into London from Russia, with ambition and a bloody reputation. Collard, this is way over your head. I'm gonna put a more experienced crime journalist on the story. I can't afford for you to get hurt.
Relax, Ronnie. This is my story. Leave it with me. Let's discuss it over lunch tomorrow.
Okay. But don't do anything more. See you tomorrow.
Ronnie didn't trust me on this story, but I wasn't going to let him give it to someone else. I was going to have to move fast. Come in.
Es el viejo. Ah, no, es George. Pero no estaba en la cárcel.
Hi, George. Great to see you.
Hope you don't mind me just dropping in.
No, not at all. How are you getting on?
Pretty good. I found the gun that was used in the robbery.
I'm impressed.
Yeah? Well, Nave wasn't. He accused me of trying to plant it, and then of being involved in Henri's death. Then he threw me into a cell. He couldn't make a stick, of course, so he had to let me go this morning. But he's convinced I'm involved. So if I put a foot wrong, he'll nail me next time. But, hey, on the bright side, have I got a story for you.
Una larga historia más tarde. Coinciden en que Medovsky es el... ¿eh?
Annette, the manager at Vera Security, lied about the owner of the company. When I pieced together that shredded letter, I got a name. Medovsky.
Medovsky! That's the same guy who claims to own La Malediction.
What? He owns the painting and Vera Security? He has to be the one behind this whole scam.
You're telling me? We have to be sure.
Ahora sí que es el viejo. ¿Qué pasa, Tiago?
What the...
Y suena la guitarra española. Hola, soy un viejo español. ¿Qué pasa?
I cannot sleep on that bed. It is too soft.
George, this is Senor Marquez.
Nice to meet you.
So you are this George, huh?
Senor Marquez is staying in the apartment across the hall. Apparently, he's the real owner of La Malediction.
What? I thought you said Medovsky was the owner.
Senor Marquez claims the painting was stolen from his family during the Spanish Civil War.
Really? Do you have any proof?
Senor Marquez, could you show him the photograph?
Claro, la llevo conmigo siempre. Igual que como vamos todos con la misma ropa siempre.
Who is this?
My father. When they came for us in 38, I fled with my mother. But my father was not so lucky.
You lost your father?
Yes, he died when the fascists attacked our villa.
That's definitely La Malediction hanging on the wall?
It belonged to my family, so it belongs to me.
Well, if this is true, we won't make an insurance payout. The painting can't have two owners.
Si, senor, but the money is not my concern.
A pair of statues stood on plinths on the mantelpiece. The statues were quite striking. The statues were quite striking. Who's this?
My mother, a good woman, a saint.
So your mother also died in the raid?
No, she got me out.
It was Marquez's mother. How can we prove this is you as a child?
The dates would tie up, George.
If the painting really was stolen during the 1930s, then this Smadovsky guy has no legitimate claim to it. But how can I be sure that you're the boy in that picture?
I can prove it. Look at my father in the photograph. You see the medallion he's wearing? He gave it to me just before he died. This medallion has been in our family.
Oh, mira, es el medallón de Ouroboros.
It's definitely the same medallion. A snake eating its own tail. That's also on the painting.
It is the Ouroboros.
Eh?
The what?
The Ouroboros. It is a sign of my people, my family, my faith. The Gnostics. My father was a Gnostic leader. La maldición is sacred to the Gnostics.
Hostia, ya empiezan las complicaciones estas.
A priest I met said the painting was the devil's work. A thing of evil.
Ha! He would say that. Do not believe all you hear from the church. Whatever you think, the painting is mine.
If Marquez was the true owner of Maledicio, then Smadovsky had no legal claim to it. Might be tough to prove, but if I could, we wouldn't have to pay out on the insurance. So, if the painting belongs to you, how did Smadovsky get it?
The fascists stole it. It went to Madrid, then Berlin, then, after the war, to Moscow. After that it was lost, until now.
We need to talk to this Smadovsky, but how do we find him?
Pero salta mucho, joder, al final se está dando mucho bombo a un cuadro que se supone que querría que estuviese más oculto, ¿no?
It was a cheap bottle of wine. So the Ouroboros was important to them?
It depicts the eternal unity of all things. Balance.
The painting and the medallion had the same... It looked like Nico kept her most secret possession. Nico had finally upgraded her computer. Nico's camera was pretty old. I wished she could have... Senor...
Yes?
You mentioned the Gnostics. What can you tell me about them?
It is not important. A religious sect, that is all. My family were Gnostic. They were a peaceful, good people.
So, La Malediction...
It did. Once it was stolen, I did not believe I would ever see it again.
You must have been excited to see the painting again.
It was a miracle.
I found some evidence that ties Henri to the dodgy security company.
That doesn't surprise me. It sounds as though...
I found this They went against my
And now my painting has been stolen.
You want a cookie, Senor Marquez?
No, it has been in your pocket.
Hey, Senor Marquez.
He is a cockroach in a box.
He's my new pet.
Vale.
Hey, Nico?
Yes, sure.
So let's go over what we know about the thief.
Okay, well, he had a distinctive tattoo on one arm.
And his helmet had Waterloo Motors across it.
Not a lot to go on.
You said the thief had a tattoo.
On his arm, it was a skull and crossbones with headhunters written around it.
We need to track down Waterloo.
Have you tried the internet?
Ahora mismo.
I've been kind of busy.
Okay,
Ya que
let's
tienes
have a
un
look.
Mac, vamos a echarle un tiento a tu Mac. Ah, no,
What
no es
Battle
Marco.
of Waterloo, Waterloo Kebabs, Waterloo Sunset. Ah, here we go. Waterloo Motors. It's a garage in London. I'll send the number to your phone.
Nico,
Yes?
what do we know about this Madame?
Ronnie said he was dangerous and very rich. He claims to be the owner.
And appears to be the boss of Vera's security who are supposed to protect it. Now that kind of figures. The best way to steal something is to get hired to look after it. But why steal a painting you already own?
We need to talk to this guy.
To do that, we need to find him. Why would somebody steal?
Insurance scam? But then why kill Henri?
I get the impression that Henri was somehow involved. So, Waterloo
Yes, I
found...
If Madosky owns Vera Security...
Well, it can't be Annette, but she has to be involved in some way.
Vale. Así que no vamos a usar el Mac de...
Nico had fun...
Waterloo Motors.
Hi,
How can I help you?
my name is George Stobbart. I'm investigating a murder that was committed here in Paris.
What's that got to do with us?
The guy we're looking for was wearing a helmet with Waterloo Motors on it.
Oh, yeah. It's a very popular helmet.
I don't suppose you know who might have bought one?
Well, not unless you've got any more information, mate.
The killer had a tattoo on his arm. It said, Headhunters.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he bought one of our helmets just the other day.
Terrific. Do you know his name?
Nah.
Medosky.
Brings his boss's Merc here to have it serviced. Words to the wise, though. I hear he don't mess about. The car's registered on Dutchy Street, if there's any help. I mean, that's all I know, mate, sorry.
No,
Logro
that's more than
desbloqueado.
enough. You've been a
Evolución
great
rusa.
help. Thanks for your time.
See ya.
Bingo.
Good work. That has to be the guy. And now we've got his address.
How about a trip to London?
I thought you'd never ask. Senor Marquez, will you be okay here?
The bed is uncomfortable,
No me toques los
but
huevos.
it will do. Come back quickly with the painting, eh?
Que te pegue un tiro a la almendra, por viejo, guichocho. Guichocho viejo. Chocho viejo, viejo, chocho. Londres.
London cabbies. Gotta love them.
This is the place. Here on the right.
Al lado del Big Ben.
To afford a place like this in London, you've got to be good at something.
El águila de las dos cabezas.
So, we clear on how we're going to do this?
Yeah, we're two insurance investigators, see? We finagle our way inside, butter Madovsky up, and then get the dirt on him, right?
Fenoodle?
Yeah, finagle. You remember how to finagle, don't you, Nico?
George, how could I ever forget?
Good, because I suspect we're gonna need Major League Fanoodling to get in this one.
You got it.
Bien, qué bueno. Vale, pues lo voy a dejar aquí. Son casi... Es casi la 1 ya. Y... Igual mañana sigo con esto. Me está molando. Me está molando. Hacía un huevo que no jugaba así una aventura gráfica. Y... me mola el rollo así de investigar y de cosas de estas. En fin, os voy a dejar la pantalla final, que es bien. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que me habéis acompañado. Mañana, pues como os digo, seguramente siga con el Broken Sword. No sé dónde pondrá el porcentaje que llevo o algo así, para saber más o menos la duración que lleva. Pero bueno, que un verdadero placer, como siempre, estar aquí con vosotros. Espero que os haya molado a vosotros también. Que ha sido de vuestro agrado este pedazo de juego. Me mola que hayan recuperado en cierta parte la historia, el estilo, la esencia de los primeros Broken Sword, con esos rollos místicos y tal. Al final sí que se ha ido enlazando algo con el rollo religioso, ¿verdad? Y eso pinta bien, pinta bien. En fin, que paséis un buen inicio de semana. Si estáis en Sudamérica y todavía no se ha terminado el fin de semana, pues aprovechar pajaricos pintos. Y nada, nos vemos mañana si no vengo muy cansado de currar. Haremos otro directo y haremos cosillas interesantes. En fin, muchísimas gracias, de verdad. Nos vemos. Buena semana. Chao, chao. Bueno, ahora miraré a ver con quién os dejo, que esa es otra. Pero ahora lo vemos. Chao, chao.